where to begin? So I know the Amanda Todd thing's a big deal. It's a pretty big deal, considering an attractive young lady at 15 years old offed herself. I'm not saying it's a world-stopping tragedy, but I'm not saying it's the greatest thing in the world either. There's mixed statements out there that, bullying caused her suicide. I understand bullying. I've been bullied, and I've bullied myself. I have regrets about many of the things I've done to other people. The wrong things I've said, shoving, threatening, things that still haunt me to this day. Now, when someone kills themselves, just ends it. There's a essence that's left behind, a state of being that just kind of hovers like a mist just around everybody. To those who understand what she went through, she leaves, mourning. She leaves an "I told you so." A silent one, but an "I told you so" nonetheless. An attention raiser, but at the same time, to those who never understand the pain they inflict on others. And I'm talking to several of you sick fucks out there. Now, the whole "I hope they have bleach in hell," blah blah blah, just all that shit is not necessary. You did what you set out to do, and you made someone's life a living fucking hell. You need to back off. Oh, she didn't just masturbate once on cam, she did it numerous times. I have proof. People out there who are saying that shit, who are going, the media's not covering everything, they're just sweetening the pot for everybody else. You need to keep that shit to yourself. Sure, I'm glad you find her death amusing. But you know what? You're nothing. I'm a survivor of bullying. A fucked up one who needs years of therapy. I was abused every day for being bigger, a little heavier than everybody else, not being able to communicate the way I wanted to communicate. I had interests like cartoons and drawings and art stuff, and I would write stories and poetry. And that came off as weakness. I've made a lot of mistakes. And the whole deal is, well, she's nothing special. Everybody flashes something at least once in their life. You know what? I don't know the full story. I'm not going to put in my 2 cents on that whole deal. But at 13 to 15, you really don't know what you are. You don't know who you are, where you're going, or what you want to do. The only thing you really hope for is to find some place where you belong. Some place where you feel safe, confident, where you have friends that you want and need. Why? Because you're learning social behavior. You're grooming yourself for who you are when you become an adult. I'm 27 now. My school life was hell. Fights every day, being suspended because I tried to stand up to the bullies who made fun of me because I have dandruff or a skin condition, who hurt me because I was a little slower and not as sporty. I was an easy target because I was big, slow, and dumb. I have brain damage. I do. Can't tell, but I have brain damage. And that made it easy for me to be picked on. I had the police on speed dial every day of my goddamn life. I'm not here to get your pity. I'm not here to put my 2 cents in on Amanda Todd. I'm here because bullying is an actual serious problem, and there's nothing anybody can do to stop it. It's a natural occurring thing. Kids are always going to be cruel to each other. But to beat someone and leave them laying in a ditch? I mean, we get picked on for the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we look. If we're a little big in the ears, a little wide in the nose, a little fat in the bottom lip. If we're a little heavy, if we're a little skinny. Nothing is sacred. Nothing is off the topic. And you fucks get a sick thrill out of hurting others that no one seems to understand. I've playfully picked on people. Now that's a different subject. You know, hey fag, asshole. No. What these people, what I've gone through, has questioned my sexuality, my weight, my height, the way I look, the way I dress, my intelligence. I'm not an intelligent man. I'll create a character for a story in under 5 minutes and make it sound good, and I'll sell it. But when it comes to everything else, I could barely remember anything from school other than the abuse. I spent more time out of class because I was suspended for fighting or trying to defend myself. And yeah, I'm not intelligent. I'm not a super genius. I'm not anything special. I'm just another cog in the wheel. And you want to know the sick part about all of that? I'm fine with it. I'm fine with who I am. I'm fine now. But people out there just aren't happy with that. They want to destroy someone because they're different. They want to. It's like a driving force. It makes them feel better about themselves, or it makes them feel more secure among their friends. It ain't gonna fly. No. Fuck, cigarette went out. But I've been in anger management. I've been on medications. I've talked to therapists. I don't have very many friends because I don't like to go outside very often. I'm always looking over my shoulder. A permanent stain of my bullying. People do horrible things. It's not right. And if you don't feel anything for the loss of life, such as Amanda Todd, or the guy who was beaten to death and left on a fence post for being homosexual, or any of these other people who have either killed themselves or been beaten to death or tortured till they died, you're no better than any of those people. And if you think it's funny that these people have died, taken their life or other, you're going to be judged one day. By God, whatever you want to call it. Something is going to judge you. But you have to look at yourself every day in the mirror and think of the shit you have done to others. If maybe not. Maybe that's just me. Because I at least understand what I've done to hurt people. And the fact that you can just throw it all in as they deserved it, they got what's coming to them. I really hope you can live with that. And you probably can. But, for me, I look at this, yeah, it's sad. I wouldn't say it's up there with 9/11 or any of the soldiers that are out there losing their lives to protect what's theirs, where they came from, who they are. I wouldn't put it up there, but it's still a sad reminder, a stain that's always going to be around. That people are sick, twisted creatures that thrive on dehumanizing, destroying, and burning down everything around someone just because they're different. My name's Jason Guy. I'm a survivor of being bullied. And I'm a pathetic person. I am. I have no empathy whatsoever for bullies. I can barely relate to anybody anymore. But for you people out there, you, that get off on ridiculing the dead, the tormented souls that have been laid in the ground because of some little mistake or difference they had, I hope you get what's coming to you, because karma's a bitch. And if you hurt those people, just remember it can come back to bite you in the ass later. Look at Columbine. Look at all the school shootings. Most of it because of bullying. I just hope you understand that you're not as safe as you think you are. And with that, I bid you good night. I hope you can sleep comfortably in your bed, have your quiet little dreams, and wake up next to someone who really cares about you. Because you've got no respect for yourself or anybody else. And if you can hide that from them, you might make it. You just might.